Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another flip through. So, this here is my January-February book for 2018. I use altered composition books. I prefer the Staples brand gridded composition books, and I glue 3 pages together to prevent bleed through. I can literally throw anything at these pages. I can throw acrylic paint. I can throw watercolor. I can throw stamps with archival ink. I can throw just anything. Markers, you name it. Because I glue the 3 pages together, nothing bleeds through. And it makes the pages more sturdy. And I like that. And I've never had a spine break on me or any of the pages fall out. So it's just a really good, less expensive alternative for the Fauxbonichi. So on the front cover, I use, this is a calendar page from a calendar I got at Dollar Tree. I just put washi tape. I'm not very precious with it because these books come on and off my shelf. They're going to get banged up. They're going to get dirty. They're on my desk, whatever. So I'm not too precious with them. I don't Mod Podge anything either. I simply use a glue stick and stick it on. I also put eyelets in the front and the back. This is another calendar page with a little bit of washi tape, eyelets, and I just attach some ribbon on for a closure. Okay, so let's go in. Let me make sure. Sorry for the chair. Sorry for the shaking you about. Okay, so another calendar page. These are really nice. They're super simple to use. The paper's really thin, so it's really easy just to glue on. Here's my little pocket where I keep some Happy Mail that I received or little bits and bobs that I want to include in the month. I also keep my labels that I put up in my headers at the top. Okay, so you'll see that in a minute. Okay, so yeah, let me explain this this mess to you. I had decided I wanted to try something new, I guess. And yeah, so part of it was trying something new, and part of it was me again simplifying my pages so that I have more time to work on other projects. Okay, so here are a couple things. These are the only 2 pages I did, like this. Okay, the writing is super small. I hate it because it's very hard on my hands. My hands are very sore most of the time, and so writing, of course, makes them hurt even more. And not only that, it's hard for me to see my own handwriting when it's this small. So anyway, we were down in the Keys still, and so I only had like a few little bits and bobs with me. I think we were still down in the Keys. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I forgot to print my labels to bring with me, so no labels. I ended up putting these labels in once we got home, I do believe. And then, you know what? I don't even know. Let me think. Maybe I must have brought my printer with me because here's my beautiful husband with his 28-inch mutton snapper that he caught. He was so proud of that thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So this was New Year's Day. We went out on the boat. Let's see. Yeah, grandma received, I had sent my grandmother, because it was Monday, of course, so I spoke with my grandma, and I had sent her one of my homemade postcards, my handmade postcards, and she wanted to know where I bought it. Yeah, at 92, she didn't quite understand that I had made it. So anyway, she's a silly girl, but I love her. And then this background here I wanted to share with you just real fast. This background here, okay, is from this book right here, which I call my Inner Explosions book. And this is what the inside looks like. Just want to give you a little gander at it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And that day, like I said, I had limited supplies because I was down south. So I just tore out a page of it because it just is pretty to me, Now, this book is called My Inner There's another one I ripped out. Is called My Inner Explosions because that's what it is. It's my inner explosions. And so what I do is this happened to be about an episode I had in the Keys. So I wrote down my frustrations. This is what this book is for. It's to write down my frustrations, my anger, my venting, my ranting, all of that. And how I do it, I had shared this a few years ago in one of my other videos, but how I do it is I start over here and I write going from top to bottom. Then I turn the book around and I write from the bottom back to the top. Then I turn it this way and I write going, you know, from left to right this way. Then I turn it around the other way and write it going this way. Okay. So I can get all of my nasty, nasty thoughts out on paper and, nobody can read it. And these are thoughts that I don't necessarily want to return to. Anyway, the whole reason I'm sharing that with you is that in the end result, though the beginning started out negative, the ending is this beautiful paper that I can now use as collage, right? So, okay, I'm halfway through. Oh boy. It seems like I'm frustrated a lot, but in all honesty, I'm not. Anyway, this stays in my purse, always. Okay, so anyway, that was a little tip for you. Use your negativity for good, right? We did see some really cute manatees that day. So then this day here, oh my gosh, it was cold outside. So yeah, it was in the mid 50s, which is cold again for here. I know that other places are in the negatives, but it was, oh my gosh. And it's windy, and so it makes it even colder. Oh my gosh, yeah, I had a headache that was working really hard to turn into a migraine. Excuse me, because no vacation is complete. Excuse me, Fred, be quiet. Oh, he says, good morning. Because no vacation is complete without one, apparently. Okay, yeah. So here's some, I don't know if I had this tea today or if I just had it in my junk. We had a movie night. Yeah, I must have stayed in bed for most of the day. Yeah. And 3 out of 4 of us were feeling like crap because, of course, my husband wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good. And Sunshine was super sick. So, yeah, I guess he had the flu. He had fever, chills, and was sleeping a lot. And, yeah, so he wasn't feeling good. Then I went back to half of my normal pages. Okay, so now I'm still doing the simple pages and I'm not coloring in the backgrounds or anything like that. I'm using bigger pieces of collage work and, stuff like that. And then just writing mostly. So, not so eye-catching as my colorful hot mess pages, but it's working for now. So, yeah, I was not enjoying this whole thing right here, so that's why I went to this. So, I woke with a migraine, again, bed day, okay. And then, oh my gosh, yeah, later on I had to actually go with my daughter to Bell's because I had to get a pair of jeans and a long sleeve shirt because I didn't even have that down south. Like I had no long pants, no long sleeve shirts aside from like boating shirts, but that's not like, you wouldn't wear those in public necessarily. And my father and his girlfriend were coming, or I'm sorry, his fiance were coming for a visit. So yeah, I had to have clothing, right? Oh my heavens to Betsy. Yeah, so I had to go out and get a pair of jeans and a shirt so that I could at least be halfway warm. And then I spent the day crocheting. Sunshine, he was still bad with the flu. Big Handsome, of course, was feeling bad. So, oh gosh, we're a mess. I'll tell you what. So then this day, Thursday, we woke up and it was still cold. Oh gosh, it was even colder. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, sitting on the porch out on the balcony was like a no-go because the wind was so cold. So then Big Handsome made a big old pot of chili and we were going over to the bungalow to make sure things were okay for my dad and, oh yeah, now I remember, for my dad and his fiance to stay over there while they were here for a few days. And we found out there's no heat over there. And it was like 50 degrees in the house. To us, that's cold. To my dad, not so much. And anyway, yeah, I felt terrible. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. I mean, of course they could have stayed with us at the hideaway, but they wanted to stay. So we gave them extra blankets and said, okay, hopefully we see you tomorrow if you're not a popsicle. So yeah, gave them some blankets and off they went. And Sunshine was just feeling a wreck. I mean, he was doing really bad. And then here on this day here, oh, I got a sweet happy mail from Barbara. I'm not sure if I got it on this day or if I just used it on this day. No, I couldn't have gotten it on this day because I was down in the Keys. So I used it this day. Super cute tag. This background is just painted papers, like yeah, that I had done on my jelly plate. I love these. I love pink and green together. I'm not necessarily a pink person, but I love pink with other colors. So yeah, I love the combination of pink and like mint green, and I love the combination of pink and orange. Anyway, pink and yellow's nice too. Oh, anyway. So, well, my dad and Pat did not freeze, so that was good. They came over for breakfast, and then they headed down to Key West for the day. We stayed home all day, and poor beauty queen. Oh my heavens, yeah, she was bored out of her mind. So, and the rest of us felt like crap. Yeah. So that day I decided to draw a face, and then my friend Suzala, she's so sweet. I know her from Facebook, but I also watch her stuff on Instagram as well. And so yeah, she got to talking to me or texting me on Instagram, and then she asked me to call her so that she could give me some pointers on drawing, because she is a wonderful artist, beautiful watercolorist. Oh my heavens, she does like urban sketching. It's so awesome. If I can figure out how to put her on Instagram, I will. Anyway, so yeah, it was really great to meet her. We talked for a while on the phone, and it was really cool. So she's so sweet. And this is a picture of, I think I did it in the back. Yeah. This is a picture of the girl that I did with fungus for hair, because that's all I had. And I didn't feel like drawing her hair. I just drew her face. So yeah, I started out with an eye, and then I just went from there, I love her. Love her. And then this is what Suzala encouraged me to do, was draw everyday things. So of course I had to draw my beer bottle, and I drew a spoon on the counter. So yeah, unfortunately I've not been keeping up with my drawing because again, I've been working on other things, but I do hope to return to it very soon. So then these were some beautiful cottage images that Barbara had sent me. She is a doll and a half. And so yeah, my dad and Pat decided to stay another night and leave on Sunday. We were actually, my husband and I were actually talking about leaving on Saturday, but just so Big Handsome could have Sunday to kind of relax and, all that stuff. But it didn't turn out that way, which was fine. So then let's see, my dad and Pat, they just went out on their own, did their own sightseeing and whatever. And, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I awoke nauseating pain in my right elbow. Okay, yeah, now I remember. I don't know if it was my tendons that were aching or what, but it was really painful. So I didn't know whether it was because I had spent so much time on my drawing or because I'd spent time crocheting or a combination. But yeah, it was really smarting. I don't know what the deal. It's just really, I get the most random pain. Anyway, so I took some ibuprofen and went on with my life. Yeah, poor Sunshine was still sick. Oh my gosh. He was sick for like the whole time we were down in the Keys. So my daughter's boyfriend came down to spend the rest of the weekend with us, and he and Beauty Queen went to breakfast together. We just stayed home, Yeah, and then my dad and his fiance came back, and we had pizza for dinner. And then here I got this lovely card from Crafty Hodges, who was the original person who showed me how, on her YouTube channel, who showed how to make these beautiful art postcards. So that was very, very cool. And this was Barbara's Christmas card. And this was, when we finally got home, oh, get it out, Elizabeth. I had a Happy Mail Palooza because we had been gone, for so long. Back to this really ugly black writing. I don't know what happened. So yeah, we came home. Yeah, I do love spending time down south at our other house, but I miss home because I don't have a craft room down there. I have a craft room here. So I love spending time down there, but yeah, I miss home. So of course I wasn't feeling too great. Mail call, I'd received some happy mail, so it was really, really sweet. And then I was collecting bunches of security envelopes from my husband when he was going through the bills when we got home. So that was that. And then on Monday, of course, I woke reluctantly and, yeah, had my coffee, called my grandma, started laundry, same old Monday. Okay, so I finally printed out all of Big Handsome's love letters, not all of them, but more recent ones. And then I finished his love note journal. So that was nice. So I got that all tucked away. And then I went out with Sunshine to do the grocery shopping, filmed a ramble session. Yeah. Pork sandwiches for dinner. And we were still watching Broadchurch. And then on this day here, let's see, I had my shake. I was trying to, do the whole healthy thing again. Oh gosh, yeah. I thought I had completed Big Handsome's love journal, and then next to my sewing machine, I found a stack of notes from October. Anyway, whoopsie. This is a lovely embellished, my name embellished by a woman named Linda that we had exchanged or swapped years ago, back in 2014, I think. And so I had this in my stash, just waiting for the right day to use it. And today was the day. This is just so beautiful to me. And then what about me Wednesday? Okay, there was a new group at this point in time. The Fauxbonichi journalers group are not doing weekly prompts anymore. So some of the gals in the group took it upon themselves to make a new group for journaling prompts and such. So they did that, and it was What About It Wednesday, and it was 5 ways to win my heart. So I put walk with me. Here it is here if you can't see it. Walk with me, like take a walk with me. Engage in conversation. That means engage with me in conversation. Obviously, I like to talk. So yeah. Be present in the moment with me, be encouraging, be loving, and of course, use deodorant. That's a big plus. Okay, so on this day was a Wednesday. I woke up at 4:45. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, so we left for the hospital for my husband because he was having tests. Yeah, so his first test was at 6:30. He had just a bunch of tests and ultrasounds and I don't know, CAT scan, you name it, he was having it that day. So I tried to draw some while I was in the waiting room, and I was listening to praise music. And then we went off to his other scans and whatnot. And then on the way home, we stopped at Home Depot because we finally found those outdoor roll-up shades I had been talking about before for our balcony down at the Hideaway. So we got those. It was a really, really long day. But yeah, and then we talked to Sunshine about his future and getting a job, because at this point in time, he still did not have a job. He had finished his job at the end of Christmas at the school that he worked at, and so he was currently at this time looking for a job. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. And we were continuing to watch Broadchurch, and then this is my next spread that I'll talk about. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks.